Broadcasting from 88.3 WXUT Studio, this is your Saturday morning leaking news update. It is 7:45 in the morning, and today is April 9th. It is expected to be cloudy with a chance of light rain today, with a high of 42 and a low of 31 degrees. These stories were researched and reported by student journalists at UT 10 News. I'm Matthew Revilla. Let's begin. Prices for everything just seem to keep on rising, frustrating not only consumers but business owners as well, as supply chain issues delay manufacturing, which according to Jill Badgert, a Toledo Chamber of Commerce spokesperson, is causing more pain than people think it does.
Businesses have been drastically impacted because a lot of our small businesses can't necessarily pass on their costs. Our manufacturers a lot of times are locked into contracts that they already agreed to with their customers, so they have a higher cost of goods that they have to pay.
According to the chamber, business owners who are trying to get new employees are having trouble as well, as many of these new employees are from out of town. However, due to the current housing market, many of these would-be workers are having a hard time finding a new place to live. Continuing on from that point, a housing shortage is happening across the nation. We have UT 10 reporter Samantha Rojas with more.
Experts say it's two things. Inflation, the cost of materials have skyrocketed in recent years, plus good old-fashioned supply-demand. There is simply too many people looking for new homes and not enough houses for sale, which causes real heartache for local buyers. Ayola Sabayo, his wife Jamie, and 3 children can't wait to get a place of their own.
There's not a lot of options, and any options that you do find are, very quickly taken.
After 5 months of stressful searching and losing multiple bids, he's accepting the new reality.
If you're not willing to obviously bid up the price that's being asked for, so a lot of houses right now that we've looked at, we've only put in a bid for about 2 of them, but unfortunately we weren't close to what was actually offered at the end of the day.
Local realtor says supply issues will have not only caused prices to rise, but the whole home buying and selling process is so hectic because people are engaging in bidding wars for practically every home with a for sale sign in the front yard. Went Key realtor Kelly Albrecht says buyers are making difficult decisions like adding escalation clauses to contracts, which automatically increases the first offer to be another buyer's better bid.
They opt out to have no inspection, so they want to create the best terms so that they can get the accepted offer so that they get the house.
And she says most houses are on the market for less than a week, so buyers must act fast.
Offers normally are written and sometimes accepted within 2 days of it going active on the market.
Making it harder for the people like Sabayo, who hasn't given up on his dream home.
Totally different process now, very challenging.
While it may be hard to buy a home in this market, it's not impossible. Here are some tips from experts about finding a house and closing the deal. Here are those tips from reporter Tiara Medley.
First, maintain your credit. Stay away from new credit cards and other credit offers, and be sure to keep paying your bills on time. Also, save for a down payment. Saving at least 20% will help you avoid mortgage insurance on conventional loans. That means you'll pay less in the long term. Plus, list your needs before you start searching, your non-negotiables and nice-to-haves. This will help you shop for homes more effectively and compare properties with less stress. And work with a realtor. These local experts know the local market and can help you get what you want. Finally, be sure you're ready to commit to a loan. The average mortgage loan term is 15 to 30 years, and buying a home is a major commitment.
April's Donate Life Month, and UTMC and Life Connection of Ohio hosted a flag-raising ceremony on April 6th. For a father and daughter, the event was a very heartwarming one. For more, we have Trent Carosi.
It was a moment to celebrate donors outside of Toledo's Mulford Library on April 6th as members of the community came together for National Donate Life Month as well as National Living Donor Day. The event featured one kidney donor in particular, Amy Walker, who saved her father, Dave Hackenberg, back in November of 2017.
November 16th, we were here at UTMC and I donated my kidney to him, and here we are.
In making the announcement, she surprised her dad by giving him a kidney bean, and ever since then, he's been grateful.
He didn't quite get it at first, but once we explained everything, he cried, and he probably still cries every day now.
After the speeches, the Donate Life flag was raised, and for Walker, her own family's story has prompted her to become an even greater advocate herself.
You can save someone's life, and they can potentially be around for 10 to 20 more years.
UTMC will host additional events throughout the rest of the month, including a food drive on April 11th. If you are interested in more information about donations, visit the Life Connection of Ohio's website. A link can be found on ut10news.com. We continue to see the effects of Russia's invasion on Ukraine spread across Europe, as countries in NATO are forced to face the choice of deciding what support they want to give to Ukraine, who pressed NATO to supply them with more weapons during a meeting with NATO members on Thursday, April 7th. However, due to a fear of a greater war with Russia, many countries have to decide what support to provide that will strictly be used for defensive purposes. We now move on from news about Russia's invasion of Ukraine to something a bit more cute and cuddly. Across the country, some exhibits are disappearing from zoos. According to the Associated Press, birds are being moved indoors and away from the public, as well as other wildlife to protect them from the highly contagious and potentially deadly avian flu. The CDC says this flu typically does not infect humans, but there are some cases of it happening. Due to this, the only birds you may see at the zoo are penguins, who are usually kept inside and behind glass. And now we move on to sports.
I'm Caleb Gill, and this is your Sports Report. Rock's baseball team took on Ball State Cardinals last weekend in a series that saw Toledo mostly struggle. The first game of the series might have been on April Fool's, but the Cardinals proved to be no joke. On April 1st, the game was tight early, with both teams each getting a run in the third inning, and then Ball State getting another run in the fifth. However, Cardinals' Matthew Revilla broke the game open, hitting a single that allowed both Nick Powell and Trenton Quartermain to each score a run in the sixth inning. Ball State scored a total of 6 runs in the final 4 innings, and Toledo had no answer, allowing the Cardinals to take the first game of the series, winning 8-1. Day 2 of the weekend series featured a doubleheader on April 2nd, and the second day was very similar to the first. Ball State got out to an early lead after Adam Christensen hit a leadoff home run in the second inning. Before you knew it, the Cardinals had a 3-0 lead on the Rockets before they even got on the board with a run of their own. Rockets would try to rally back and would come within 1 of the Cardinals, bringing the score now 4-3 in the 4th inning. However, a 3-run homer from Ryan Peltier extended the Cardinals' lead in the final inning, and that would be all she wrote, with Ball State winning 7-3 and Toledo losing the first 2 games in the weekend series. In the second game of the Saturday doubleheader, Ball State continued to dominate against Toledo. Similar to the game from earlier, Zach Cole blasted a leadoff homer in the second inning to open up the scoring in the game. The Cardinals scored another run in the third inning, but it was a fifth that proved to be too much for the Rockets when the away team scored 4 runs in the single inning. Toledo was able to score 2 runs in the 7th, but Ball State just continued to have their way with the Rockets, scoring 4 more runs in the final 2 innings and would get out of Saturday with a score of 10-2. Not wanting to get swept in the series, the Rockets came out swinging on Sunday, April 3rd, getting out to an early lead after Darren Davis hit a 2-run home run in the bottom of the first, which would also give the Rockets their first lead of the entire weekend. The rest of the scoring in the game came in the third inning when Ball State got their only run of the game, and Toledo getting 3 more runs at the bottom of the inning, helping to give Toledo their only victory of the weekend series, avoiding the sweep with a score of 5-1. This game is more of what head coach Rob Reinstedel expects out of his team.
Out today, they had a different mindset, which is more typical of the way we played all year. So I really think the last couple of days have been atypical to what we are, and today's more like what I expect out of us, as a whole unit.
The Rockets will be on the road to Athens this weekend to take on the Ohio Bobcats, and that will be it for sports.
And that's it for this week, and thank you for joining us today. For more news, make sure to tune in every Saturday at 7:45 a.m. And you can catch UT10 News live every Thursday at noon. For 88.3 FM WXUT, I'm Matthew Revilla. Have a great day, everybody.